Module 6, your asset allocation journey. Now, we bring everything together. Asset allocation is about deciding how to divide your money across different asset classes: equity, debt, gold, etc. This is arguably the most important investment decision you'll make. Studies show that asset allocation accounts for over 90% of your portfolio's long-term performance. Let me give you a practical framework to follow. Here's the 7-step asset allocation process. Step 1. Assess your risk profile. Are you conservative, moderate, or aggressive? Step 2. Define your financial goals with specific amounts and timelines. Step 3. Determine your return expectations realistically. Step 4. Decide your target asset allocation percentages. Step 5. Create a detailed investment plan, which includes specific investments in each category. Step 6. Execute. Actually make the investments. Step 7. Review and rebalance periodically, at least once a year. This isn't complicated, but it requires discipline. Let's dive deeper into steps 1 to 3. For risk assessment, ask yourself, how would you feel if your portfolio dropped 30% in value? If you panic and sell, you're conservative. If you stay calm and buy more, you're aggressive. Be honest with yourself. For goals, be specific. Retirement is too vague, but corpus of 3 crores by age 55 is clear. For return expectations, be realistic. Equity might deliver 12% over the long term, but expecting 20% annually is setting you up for disappointment. Higher expected returns require accepting higher risk. Steps 4 and 5 are about planning. A common rule of thumb for equity allocation is 100 minus your age. So a 30-year-old might have 70% in equity, 30% in debt. But this is just a starting point. Your personal situation matters more. If you have a stable government job, you can take more equity risk. If you have irregular income, keep more in debt. Once you decide the percentages, pick specific investments, which mutual funds, which fixed deposits, how much in gold. Create a document listing everything. This becomes your investment policy statement. Steps 6 and 7 are about action. Step 6 is execution, actually making the investments. Open that demat account you've been putting off. Start that SIP. Buy that first mutual fund. Many people get stuck at this stage. They keep planning but never execute. Remember, a good plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed never. Step 7 is review and rebalance. At least once a year, check if your actual allocation matches your target. If equity has done well and become 80% of your portfolio when your target was 70%, sell some equity and move to debt. This maintains your risk level. Let me show you sample allocations. A 25-year-old with stable income might have 70% equity split between large cap index funds and mid cap funds, 20% debt in FDs and debt mutual funds, 10% gold through SGB or gold ETF. A 40-year-old might shift to 50% equity, 35% debt, 15% gold. A 55-year-old approaching retirement, 30% equity, 55% debt, 15% gold. These are just examples. Your personal situation, goals, and risk tolerance should guide your decisions. There's no one-size-fits-all answer in investing.